I will hold my hands up and say that I did intend to go and watch this movie as a bit of a hate watch. When I saw the trailer for it, I was like, A, why is this movie coming out in the UK? I definitely think it's more for an American audience, but also B, this looks awful. This looks along the lines of like Poms and Book Group that I watched a few years ago. Is trying to ride the coattails of that one. However, I think it may have turned out to be the right movie that I needed at that moment. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week and movie reviews just like this one here. At the weekend, I will leave a playlist of my spoiler-free movie reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this week. But yes, I went to see 80 for Brady. Now, I was fully intending to go and basically hate watch this and scoff at everything all the way through. I thought there would be no one else in the cinema because why would people want to go and see this movie about the Patriots and Tom Brady when that doesn't really mean a whole lot to them? The Super Bowl is such a massive thing over in the States. It's just not here. But yes, the movie theatre was reasonably busy, and people were laughing at different points to me. So they were definitely laughing at different things. This used to happen to me all the time in America when I would laugh at the kind of British humour in British films or the kind of sarcastic humour in other films that maybe other people didn't find as funny as I did. But I was definitely laughing hilariously at this massive Guy Fieri storyline. Because I'm a big Guy Fieri person. I've been to Chicken Guy. I've seen his restaurant in Vegas. We are like avid Triple D viewers, and we've been to places in various different locations across the US just because they have been featured on Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives. Like, we've literally planned days out to go there. So I didn't know who was in this movie. He's not in the trailer, but there's this whole storyline with him, and so many of the things that he does are so like typical of his shows and just like typical him, and people are kind of, it's very tongue-in-cheek and people are kind of taking the mick out of him a little bit, and I was just losing it laughing at those scenes. And oh my goodness, I needed a laugh when I went to go and see this film. So yeah, already we're on to a winner with some Guy Fieri there. Now, I do not like Tom Brady. For various different reasons, which I won't go into here, I am not a fan in any way, shape or form. I am like not a supporter of the New England Patriots. I just, I did watch the Super Bowl that is featured in this movie though, because it was the 2017 Super Bowl, and I remember watching it and reading a Sophie Kinsella novel at the same time. So I do remember watching the Patriots at the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, I missed the previous years when the Denver Broncos actually won it. I was not in Denver at that time. I was here in the UK, but Ollie watched it because he'd already moved there. So yes, not a Tom Brady fan, big Guy Fieri fan, and I have definitely a lot of love for a couple of the women in this lineup. So we have these people who are these massive award winners in this movie, which also kind of intrigued me as well. Like, I knew I was going to go and watch this movie. I just didn't think I would have the reaction that I had to it. So we have Sally Field, who I absolutely love. I was lucky enough to see her talk about her book. I really enjoyed listening to her book. And I kind of loved her from when I fell in love with her in Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, Sally Field, you have my heart. Then Rita Moreno, massive Rita Moreno fan. I love that she is still as busy as she is given how long she has worked in Hollywood. I absolutely loved the documentary that was about her that I watched a few years ago. I definitely have a review of that one on the channel. If I can find it, I'll leave it linked. Then Lily Tomlinson and Jane Fonda. I'm not so much aligned with those ones, but I was like, right, okay, we've got women of a very similar age acting together in the movie. And then when the movie kind of started and we saw why these women were big Tom Brady supporters and why they had come together in the way that they had, I liked that storyline as well. And I know that it's based off of a true story. And so it had a lot of heart. It was it was definitely, just like Champions, heartwarming. Now, I have been known to say on the channel that I like a sports movie because I like an underdog story. Now, the New England Patriots and Tom Brady are in no way underdogs. They are very much the opposite of underdogs. And so I was like, okay, it's going to be about football, but there wasn't too much sport in it. I will say, we see them watching the sport, we see them tailgating, we see them aiming to get tickets for the Super Bowl, and we see them kind of at the Super Bowl, but more like, okay, this is a hospitality box, this is an announcer's box. It's not like we have to watch the game on the screen, and so that was fine too. And then the whole Guy Fieri stuff. Billy Porter's massively in this one. Gronkowski's in it as well, who's definitely superior to Tom Brady. And just, there's like random cameos from people left, right, and centre. Retta's in it. Patton Oswalt's in it. Like, there's just these random people pop up, and I'm like, oh, look, it's him. Oh, look, it's them. So I like that aspect of it as well. And again, it was so light-hearted and so surface level that if you are having a busy week that's going a bit not great, it's a good movie for you. I'd just been like painting my house, having had a really, really busy, horrible week. And then Ollie dropped me at the cinema, freshly showered, and this was just what I needed. So the scene that I particularly enjoyed, that was literally making me laugh out loud extensively, was a scene where Rita Moreno on mushrooms goes to play at this poker table, and all the people at the poker table, she is hallucinating them as Guy Fieri, and it is just a magical moment for me. It was so silly but so funny, and it's because it's specifically him and specifically her that I think just made it next level funny, and I just loved it. And she hallucinates that she's got this mask on that's like a cat mask thing, but then she takes it off and she's also Guy. It's yes, I liked it a lot. There's some questionable dancing. I didn't really like Jane Fonda in it. Lily Tomlinson is quite emotional in it, and I'm not used to seeing her play a role in that way, and so that was a bit difficult. But Sally Field had heart. She was acting her socks off. I felt like she was real, and Rita Moreno was just hilarious, and it just made me want to watch the Rita Moreno documentary again because I thought it was fabulous. So yeah, I actually do recommend this film. Should you pay your cinema going money to go and see it? No. Wait, watch it on streaming though, because it's not too long. It's very light-hearted. Even if you don't like football, you can still get into it. And it's really quite funny. So if you're looking for a feel-good film to just pop on and relax to, I do actually recommend it. But there are better things in the cinema right now that have better screen value. So don't pay your cinema going money to go and see it, but do watch it on streaming. And there you have it. A surprise for me. Series clearly surprised as well. And yes, I will be back with another movie review for you next week. I am off this week, even though I'm moving house. I'm going to try and see a couple of films in the cinema, and so I'm excited for that. So you're going to want to hit that notification bell and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that one. I will also be back with some bookish content, including what I'm going to read in the month of April. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. As always, let me know if there's something coming out in the cinemas that you want me to review next week. And I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.